Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And his first look is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
56, the mock boy, 56, check 56. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to...
3rd and long here for Rosen. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 30. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. Oh, bowls right over him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
That outside
this is absolutely miserable playing with this fucking team.
Warmed the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a run with Geis. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Keenum. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Rip right. Say.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
And what with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Keenum now on 1st down. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Keenum now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more.
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down and 4, Keenum escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it'll be third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run with Geis. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about it.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Keenum. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Keenum. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to pick.
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Jonathan Bostic leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jonathan Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Rosen. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Watch tight end. Here go Rodgers. Check.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Geis. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. No completion, they would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't good. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check 50. Here we go, boys.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Keenum. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with
fucking
excellent
12
pace.
quarters on top of it all.
Money throw
Jesus
right
Christ.
there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Geis. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
That's caught by Meredith, right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
Here we go. Hot. Hot. Go, go, go. Hey, we're good. We're good.
From the red zone, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Keenum, throw right side, caught by Davis. Oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags.
Oh, God.
This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Off play action. Keenum. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Keenum. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they're still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line
shut up,
of
dude.
scrimmage.
Seriously, shut the fuck up.
The tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be taken at the 13. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
What you doing? What you doing?
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Oh, nice, dude.
However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Good play.
Too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. He's going to air one out.
Hey, dude, don't go over the ball.
Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. I think a free play here for Keenum. And he finds McLaurin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a
fuck
yard or two shy of the 30.
does that happen?
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, you're trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Well, pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this.
Man,
He's trying
figure
to
it out.
drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
You shouldn't be able to do that. Run and cover my receiver and then come back and cover a tight end. It's a fucking dumbass game, dude.
And he will score. Touchdown.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to play this fucking season out.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Next to score, Redskins 16.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
What you guys doing now? What are you guys watching? What? Oh, now you're watching Bird Box. It's a scary weekend. Oh, really?
Yeah, my friend didn't FaceTime me.
What?
She showed me.
Who?
My friend FaceTime.
You don't have any friends. Stop it.
Scared easily.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, it's Thompson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on third down, Keenum. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Here comes Grant on the return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half.
Yeah, I know I'm mic'd. Fucking game sucks.
Started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of
throws cool. Third and 10.
He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it.
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Rosen will throw.
Oh, my God. I completed the pass. Holy shit.
Good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Rosen on first and 10. Ball in over the middle by Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone.
You fucking faggot.
Speed down. No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone,
come on, man. Hold that ball.
You better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not much space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back completions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Again, it's Rosen. For the end zone.
3 drops in the end zone.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides,
No shutout.
no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and
Of course not. Of course not.
Get a cushion.
Don't catch that. Don't catch that.
Their offense and have it end up in the end zone. And that's one he's got to be happy to have.
Don't
back.
catch that.
There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Geis. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
Well.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he's going to have a first down as he's
What are you covering, 50? What are you doing?
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Why? Why? I don't understand what you're doing.
On first down, it's Keenum. Throw left side complete.
Good.
Richardson.
Pull him forward 7 yards.
It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event,
Oh, another one. Don't catch the ball. Knock it down. Good play. Good play.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling
Oh,
incomplete.
Lord.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Hopefully it's right at the 1.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rosen now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket, and that'll be incomplete.
Get off him, Norman.
We do
Stop
have
cheating.
a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover. These great receivers, they have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver, penalty flag had to come out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Balaj fighting him off. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This one caught over the middle by Burnett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Balaj. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Balaj.
Good tackle.
He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I didn't know what was, that was a wrong play, dude. That wasn't supposed to be a play action.
Jonathan Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They're running it. Undercut. And 52. Take 2.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down and 4.
That should be fucking pick number fucking 6.
Everything off.
Fuck.
Up third. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Grant. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No, I'm talking about offense right here. The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A draw play now. Balaj. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come
good pass, Rosen.
I'm going to tackle this guy. By the
fucking
fourth
moron.
quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I hate you.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Rosen. And Wilson has it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Rosen. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jonathan Bostic picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Nice pass. Good throw. Good throw.
But it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Cannon Balaj out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
Good throw, bro.
Started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't
take a
gotten
sack
a whole
here.
lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
To throw is Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Keenum now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Keenum. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
22.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. He's going to lock one deep left side here.
Good D, boys.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in
He
this
hopped
case.
over my
He's
fucking
a
player.
stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on first down, Rosen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller dog.
Oh.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 19. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. 19 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Keener. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing is Keenum. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Tresley now as he's on to punt for Washington. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. On the comebacker, complete. That's Hall. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Hey, bro, you better fucking cut down and score a touchdown, dude. Don't fuck my draft pickup.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Keenum. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. There was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Oh, my God.
Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
No kick meter, though.
Puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Good.
And the decision
Good block.
to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's back to throw.
Get out of bounds.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
It's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Wow, good play, 45.
But it's incomplete. Third and
That's a good
long
play.
coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yo. Hey, alert. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, Rosen is...
No, Rosen, you faggot!
So they escape, so to speak.
Golly, Rosen.
Defensively, though.
Why, bro?
Miss.
It definitely was because
Why?
Defenses talk about getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
4th down. Here's Rosen. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. They're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well,
And they're not able
mission
to convert
accomplished.
on 4th down.
That simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Also begun. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 33.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for the Redskins, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everyone.